Sunday morning about 1:30 in the morning, and I just can't sleep, and just life's been bothering me. Since Ash is recuperating from abdominal surgery, can't lift over 30 pounds. Well, she can't lift 30 pounds, that's for sure. She's not supposed to really lift anything over 20 pounds either, really. And for 5 weeks. So we're into week 3 now. So I've been around to help lift the kids and deal with the kids. And it's okay, I can manage it when it's just me and the baby. But when Spencer's around and I've got both of them to contend with, it seems I'm always fucking up. And I'm always saying the wrong thing and always doing the wrong thing. And Spencer's turned into a monster. Is that average? Is that normal for a 3-year-old? Not obeying, doing what they want, taking something if they want it. Maybe it's normal, but I feel like they think it's all my fault. Maybe it's not, but maybe they don't think that way. Maybe they do. And I'm always saying and doing the wrong stuff. I really don't know what normal is because I was raised by a narcissist. My father, I don't know what he did. He hung out in the basement and avoided my mother, I think. I was never allowed to make a decision. Never allowed to do this or do that. She didn't even let me sit around and read. If I started to read, she'd start asking me questions or talking to me or making noise or making it really difficult. The narcissists don't want you to know anything. They want you just to rely on them and do what they tell you to do. I was a bit defiant in wanting and having to do everything she wanted me to. So she chose my brother Richard, the oldest of my 2 brothers. And he was her patsy all the way until he died 5 years ago. And David, he wanted to be a doctor. And she just lit up like a Christmas tree when she heard that. Oh, I'm going to have a doctor in the family. But then one day, as he grew to be a teenager, he wanted to be a rock star, And her heart sank. But she still treated him very well. He was a golden child. I was a scapegoat. I was the one, everything was my fault. Narcissists blame everything on somebody. They pick someone and they blame it. And then they try to make you believe that you did it. That's gaslighting. And finally, when I was 21, because I was legal age when I was 21, I couldn't take it any longer. And somebody had shown me some interest. And so I thought, this person loves me. No, it was another narcissist. And I ended up leaving the house of my mother and moving in with him and ended up marrying him. And things were not good. I was treated like shit. But I didn't know any better, and I didn't think there was anything better. So that's pretty much how my life went. We had what we needed when we grew up. I wanted or needed more affection and positivity, which I never got. Now, I help watch the kids. Ashley's still getting over abdominal surgery. She's got about 3 more weeks where she can't lift over so many pounds, or she might tear the stitches. So she's going a little beyond what she should be doing, really. But Spencer's 3 and he's just a monster. He's turned into a monster. If he wants something, he takes it. If he wants to hit and he doesn't like something, he'll push you or hit you or he knocks his brother over. Well, I was mean to my brother too, because it was just me until he came along. But I understand that. But Spencer is just, his vocabulary is incredible. And his comprehension of a lot of things is incredible. But he's very frustrated. He has a lot of frustration. He doesn't know how to deal with it. And he's only 3, so he can't, a lot of things he just can't deal with. You have to actually hold him and talk to him quietly and calm him down, but there are times when he won't do that either. And the little guy is just a couple months over 1 year old. I think he's autistic. He flaps his hands a lot and he stims a lot. Brian says I'm reading too much into it, that they're just normal kids. Well, they're smart kids. I've babysat a lot when I was a teenager, so I can tell a dumb kid from an average kid from a smart kid. And these guys are smart. The baby understands a lot, but he just can't seem to put it in words or anything. He's not vocal. I'm trying to get him to do certain hand movements to let me know that he's hungry or tired or whatever. So, hungry and tired I can get. If there's anything else, I don't really know. He's picking up bad habits from Spencer. Shoving and hitting and stuff. Brian never hits Ashley like his father used to hit me. So Spencer doesn't see that. Where he's getting from, I don't know. His teachers have chosen him as a scapegoat, I think. Because Ashley said, I find it hard to believe that all the other children in the class are angels and never do anything wrong. But that's a lot of people. They find someone that they think of trouble and they go to that person anytime there's trouble. So I think that's what's happening with Spencer, and he doesn't know how to handle it. He's smart and he can't always say what he wants. We're working on that too. But I always feel like it's my fault. I asked Ashley, does he act that way when I'm not around? Yeah, he does. And Brian buys stuff for him. Neat stuff that he never had. I kind of wish he'd stop doing that, because that builds a spoiled kid that, when he wants something, he expects it. I mean, there's things I want to do. There's things I just can't. I don't have the money. Brian's claiming me on his taxes, which is a win-win for both of us because I don't make enough to even file taxes. So it's helping both of us, and he's allowing me to live here. Scott doesn't have the means or the room for me to live there in Canada. I don't know. I feel like I need to contribute, but I don't know how to do it. I try to do the best I can, and I'm feeling less than. I guess that's basically a good description of how I feel. I feel less than. I haven't had my medicine since December. Medicine, which means lisinopril, which is blood pressure medicine. Antidepressants, like Zoloft. I have the anxiety medicines in a bottle in case I really, really need them. That's Xanax. But I haven't had any medicines at all. I'm trying to just be as natural as possible. And except for, feeling glum. I'm doing okay, I think. Lately I've been gaining weight because by the time that day at watching kids is over, it's like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, and that's when I have my supper, and that's not good. Because you can't work it off. My knees and back have been bothering me. I do have a gym membership, but I don't want to go because I have too much pains here and there. And so I need to cancel it, like I've said months ago. But something in the back of my head said, don't cancel it. It's $19 a month. Which most people that watch vlogs get that much of coffee a day from Starbucks or something. I don't do that. I'm very frugal. I'm very cheap. Yeah. Kitty Cat's keeping me company here. If it weren't for him, I would really be bumming. And for anybody that in the past, some of my YouTube friends sent me a care package and have given me a lot of encouragement, and I thank them, and I thank you if you're one of them. like depression. I do have clinical depression. And it's like, not all the time. It's like when things start piling up, like no money, but you need medicine. No money, but you need to go to the doctor. No money, but you're out of bread or whatever. Now, Brian can help me on some of that, but I don't want to be beholden or be, he can't do that. People can't do that all the time. I get things started, they don't get finished. I'm afraid of success, not afraid of failure. I'm really good at that. But I'm just really, really bumming. And I have been to the point of suicide, ideation, whatever the word is. There was a time I was actually walking out on the highway hoping to get hit. And a policeman stopped and picked me up and took me to the hospital and dropped me off at the ER. And then from there, I just went home. I don't know. Suicide hotline. Who's that for? That's not for someone that really wants to die. That's for someone that wants to live. If you don't care about yourself and you want to die, you're not going to call some line for someone to baby talk to you. I don't know. It's just like in society, it's so fucked up now. I have been thinking back to it's not good old days, but the old days. Like when we had a black and white TV. We didn't have a microwave. We didn't have a dishwasher. 50s, 60s. We didn't have an air conditioner. We had a one-car garage, detached. We had to find our own fun. Well, there's a lot of people that can say that, of course. And there were people worse off than me. I know there were. At the time, when I was a kid, I didn't know that. I thought everyone was like me. But I also was the scapegoat. My mother picked on me all the time. And then my brother Richard came along, and he was the patsy. He did everything for her, like a little slave, all the way up until he died, which was a month before she died. 5 years ago. And then my brother David, the youngest, was a golden child. He was. He still was. And when I turned 21, I left my mom's house and moved in with somebody that paid attention to me, who was also a narcissist and a beater. He used to beat me, call me horrible things, be mean to me, never let me sit down. Whole lot of bad stuff. And people say, well, why didn't you leave? That's like saying to a depressed person, cheer up. Or, say to a person who's sick, oh, just get better. It's just, life is bizarre. Everyone has their own little dinghy, their own little boat, we're in the sea of life. Up and down on the waves, sometimes in a bad storm at sea. Some of us come out of it. Some of us never do. Some of us are marooned. I am sorry, but this is just, I'm really, really, really bumming. Big time. I put cream on my knees and my back, but they still hurt real bad. I don't know if it's aging or it's because I got fat, or when I'm done with the kids and everything, it's like 8 o'clock at night or 9 o'clock at night. And that's too late to be eating because you don't wear it off. So, and I really do I want to see Max Arabe one more time before I die. And he's going to be in Berlin next February. And in Duisburg, which is not too far from my pen pal. I'm going to write my pen pal and ask him, have you been to Berlin? What's it like? Is it safe for a single person to be wandering around there? And Maybe I'll never get to do anything ever again. Maybe I should, not an ad, but anybody out there want to go to Berlin and walk around with me and stuff for a few days? You don't have to go to the concert I'm going to. You wouldn't like it anyway, probably. 20s and 30s music in German. But if y'all want, someone out there wants to if they're wanting to take a trip, meet me in Berlin and we can hang out for 2 or 3 days. That way we can both feel safe. And I do know some German and I will be boning up on it. And I would think in Berlin most people, at least shopkeepers, would know English. So, I don't know. Putting a call out to the universe. Help. Help me go upward and onward.